Now it is time to call forth the Steward of Tara, Ed Calkins. Ed is a writer, author, and character in a book series
I'm
where
going to
he's...
introduce myself.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Props. This is upside down. A warning, this piece contains dubious theology and delusions of grandeur that border on the psychotic. How did I become famous? I don't remember, actually. It was hard, but it isn't hard to imagine. For ordinary people, dying, going to heaven, and coming back again should be something to write home about. For me, it's just another day in the office. His office. So what does God look like? He wears robes, hair, and beard, all of it long and white. His office is about 600 stories high, and made with clouds and a desk of similar constructions to scale. He looks down at me and says, "Hey there, you dirty so-and-so. Sit your big old rear down in that cloud chair so we can chew the fat, little buddy." He calls me that. "You should talk, best buddy." I call him that. "You got the biggest, oldest rear in the universe." God isn't sensitive about his weight or his age. It comes along with being perfect. All he says is, "Thanks for noticing, little buddy. How about a morning drink?" Now, I want to give you a little tip. If you ever find yourself in God's office and he offers you a morning drink, if you speak English, you might hear morning is a time of day. Making that blunder, you might ask, "Tea, please?" or "Thank you, coffee?" He'll cover your embarrassment by providing what you ask. But you're only going to get the best tea or coffee that you've ever tasted. If you instead hear him correctly and accept a morning drink, like, you'll get the best drink you've ever tasted, and a rather cute story on how the drink came to be. Now, I could tell that story now, but we'll wait until you meet the big guy. It'll be an icebreaker. But if you're going to ask me how it tastes, how this morning drink tastes, I would say that there's no words. If fruit were fruitier, if cream were creamier, if smooth were just a little smoother, if delicious just tastes better, I could explain it. As it is, though, I can only tell you about the small talk I must have had with Almighty. "So, little buddy, how did you like the life I had for you?" "Oh, it was wonderful. Creating universes, having superpowers, winning awards, flying around in spaceships, while dodging the desperate supermodels trying to abduct me so they could beg to join my harem." God was unimpressed. So I added, "My real life was quite pleasant too, as well." With that, a big grin, he said, "I bet that wife I gave you had something to do with it." That wife right there in the corner. "You know it. She's the best. I just hope that being an angel short didn't put out heaven too much." Oh, it was nothing. Anything for my little buddy. We talked about other trivial things, I'm sure, like great discoveries yet to happen, how the universe was formed, where the Templar treasure is, and other such like conversation. It was then that I noticed, "God, you seem down, like something's bothering you. Care to talk about it? I'm here for you." God answered, "Now that you mentioned it, I am a little down about something. You see, I know everything, and as such, I know that my little buddy is about to offer me advice. Advice is such a strong word. Just a little suggestion. You want me to make your birthday a national holiday, don't you? Little buddy, it takes an act of Congress to make a national holiday, not an act of God. I thought you could use your influence. Those guys don't listen to me. There are trillions of souls in only 356 days per year. I keep telling you, but you don't listen. You're not the only person in the universe. But this could benefit everyone. Lincoln's birthday is February 12th. My birthday's the 13th, and Valentine's Day is the 14th. Think of what a 3-day holiday would do to the laborers stuck in their dead-end jobs. With 3 days in a row, management wouldn't bother to try and fit in the other 2. It would be a week-long vacation. Little buddy, if you wanted your birthday celebrated, you should have done something to celebrate it for. But God, I was busy with my imaginary universe. It won't run itself, and supermodels get smarter all the time. I know I don't deserve it, but think of all the American workers that could use a week off. God sighed. I suppose you're right. But added, this means you don't get to go to heaven yet. You have to go down there and do something that will get somebody, that somebody will notice. Something that's holiday worthy. Excuse me. You're going to help me, right? When have I not? God sighed again and added, I indulge you way too much. I had to admit he did. With that, got on the divine intercom. It must have been in speakerphone because I could hear Angel Gabriel. Gabe here. Gabriel, I've got a job for you. First of all, I need the AOD, Angel of Death, to take care of a returner. I want him back in his body before it's cold. Roger that. Anything else? Gabriel, we're going to have to make changes to the divine plan. Cancel the Ice Age. Consider it done. What else? You know that reporter that we've been watching? The one with all those children and 2 last names? Denise Barron, I can never pronounce this name. Her, right there. The one that's scheduled to win the lottery? Yeah, you're gonna have to cancel that. Are you sure, God? She really needs the money. She's gonna need a part-time job instead. Make sure she works with my little buddy. You know, the one you call a real character. That guy loves to hear himself talk. I'll never understand what you see in him, but I'll make sure. Good, because our reporter is going to write a whole trilogy about him, got out. Then God looked at me. We both know you can't keep a secret, little buddy, so I'm going to make you forget the whole conversation. Now go down there and be a character. Now I can't pinpoint what day it was that I died and went to heaven and came back, but it had to happen sometime before I met Denise. Since that time, she's written 3 books. This one. This one. This one. All about me. Yeah, all about me. Where am I here? Okay. The trilogy, she's written 3 books all about me. She's also wrote, where is it here? Okay, let me just tell you, okay. She also wrote Before the Blood. It's a 5-part series that should be all about me, you know, kind of is, you know. And, you know, I just not mentioned, you know, it's just, now she disagrees, but what does she know? She just wrote it. And then she's writing another trilogy that should be all about me. you know, I don't think I've mentioned. And then, of course, to set the record straight, I had to write my own book, you know. And to clarify the setting the record straight, I'm finishing my, the 5th book about me, you know, that, called The Fifth, you know. So, thank you much, and that's it.
Okay. That's gonna be a tough act to follow, but we'll try.